You know who it is. And it's another edition of Tell It How It Is. No filter. Episode 195. Whenever I gather all my stuff, it's like it's never enough news. There's never enough shit popping off. Because depending on when you record your stuff, you're always going to miss something. That's advice to the other podcasters and people who do media and all of that. If you're doing it from a solo standpoint, or you're not backed by a news like branch like Channel 4 or Channel 5, wherever you at, what is it, Fox Network, or they get the updates and they do live stuff so they can keep you that abreast. But when you're doing this dolly like this, you really gonna miss stuff. You're never gonna be able to cover everything. I say that to say a big rest in peace to Paul Silas. If you don't know who that is, a great coach and a 3-time champ. He was LeBron's first coach in the NBA. He's dead. I don't have any info. This is why I can Google now. I don't think they have like the cause of death. If anything, I'm gonna just try to get his age real quick. I don't think they have the cause of death yet. Paul Silas. Yeah, I think that first year with Braun was crazy. That's when we saw the skills of LeBron James early on, even though he had a lot to mold and get, better on. So Paul Silas was 79 years old. That's still young, but I guess they can say he lived a life. Like I say, he a 3-time NBA champion, Hall of Famer definite. I'm trying to see where he won those chips at. Where did he win those 3? Let me see. Paul Silas wins champion with what teams? A 5-time all-defense team selection, averaged 9 points, 9 rebounds in 16 seasons with the St. Louis and Atlanta Hawks, Phoenix, Boston, Denver, and Seattle. Silas won 2 titles with the Celtics, the first coming in his 10th season as a player, and claimed the 3rd one with the Supersonics. So this is before all of our times, because I know Supersonics ain't win no chip while I was alive. No shade. But anyway, nonetheless, that's a deep loss. Condolences to his family and loved ones. I know LeBron's going to make a statement on that. Since I'm in the sports category, keep it there. Final Four Fifa World Cup has been determined. The Final Four, this is college basketball. It's Argentina, Croatia, France, and Morocco. As little involved as I am with this, I'm going to go for Morocco to win the whole thing. I'm not on it like that to have stats and figures to show why I picked Morocco. I just want Morocco to get it. Now, before we get to the chip, they have a 3rd place game after these semifinals to determine who's 3rd place. Sticking to that more sad news, rest in peace to Grant Wahl. He dies at 49 while covering these World Cup. They was in Qatar. He collapses during the game of Argentina versus the Netherlands, a match in which Argentina advanced, clearly being the Final Four. They don't really have an update on that either. It's just he collapsed and he's 49. It was during, I think, that match went overtime. So it wound up ending in a tie, but the Netherlands Argentina advanced based on the penalties. So I didn't know that. I did learn that as new when it comes to the World Cup in soccer, that if the game ends in a tie, the team with the most penalties loses. So that's interesting to know, because you got to have a winner, and especially when it's the playoffs and it's getting to the chip. So I'm looking up on Google to see if there's any update as to how he died, and all I'm saying is Def says there was no defibrillator nearby. We kept expecting it to come. So, wow. Is that something to do with his breathing, I'm guessing? A case of bronchitis. Okay. But it still says his cause of death is unknown. Although his brother Eric says he suspects that it was a result of foul play. And he had bronchitis. Wow. Why wasn't there a defibrillator? That was the question we kept asking each other as the medics pumped and pumped to no avail. Oh boy. A lot of shady shit going on, huh? Alright. CPR for several minutes after an expected medical issue. Seems like a mess. I don't really want to, open up that wound. Again, condolences to the family. Jump the gun here on sports again. Fucking Eagles just smoked the Giants. Like, smoked them. I think they lost by like 20. Philly over New York. The Jets lost to the Bills too. That was a little more commanding, where it was a little more competitive. Ouch. So, we're getting back into them New York vibes, man. It just can't be consistent. It may not be a wrap, but that is very hurtful. So as far as NBA goes, in the East, first place is Boston. Is that really a surprise? I think they're healthy and have all their components. In the West, New Orleans, Pelicans. That might be more of a surprise. Memphis is right there, though, second. And they were first. They was in this same predicament last year. So Boston's first. I'm sorry I didn't include the Bucks. They're second. This is looking familiar. So let's see how things unfold and how we move forward. If I want to continue the sports wave, Brittney Griner was released from prison and swapped for Viktor Bout, an armed dealer. They say he wished her luck. They say he's a dangerous man. They say not a fair swap. He was a terrorist and conspired to kill Americans. Who don't fucking conspire to kill us? We kill ourselves. We kill each other. The fuck is any difference with him? I don't want to really throw like jokes on that for whoever's been affected by his behaviors and actions. Obviously, I didn't wish that on you, but I mean, what we gonna do? They said once he gets to Russia, he may get released. Biden wanted an exchange that included Paul Whelan, if I'm saying his name right, but that was declined in the offer. So he tried to get 2 for 1. So yeah, Britney should be home by now, and I mean the bottom line is that she gets to be free. I don't know if basketball's over for her. It may not be like immediate priority. Let's see what happens. I wouldn't be surprised though to see her jump back in there, because I think she's still of able body to do so, depending on how health-wise she kept herself when she was abroad. That's that on that. Rumors. Diddy brings a new baby girl in the world. Love Sean Combs. Between me and Saucy, we feel it's his granddaughter. That's cat. But hey, congrats. We don't have any evidence. We don't have any proof. I'm not just buying it. So either way, there's a new family member added to Diddy's family by the name of Love Sean Combs. Baby girl. Congrats. I'm kind of rolling. Okay. Take a sec. Stop for a sec. Inhale, exhale for a sec. And subscribe to the channel. Voice of Reason NF. We're here on YouTube. Subscribe, like, share the damn video. Voice of Reason NF. You need other platforms to get in contact with me? On Instagram, Howustophim. All one word. HOWUSTOPHIM. On Instagram, Howustophim. I think that's all you really should need. I honestly, in personal opinion, feel like IG's taking over all the social medias, except for when I hear about Clubhouse and TikTok, which I'm a little above that. But I do have a TikTok, if that matters. It's No Noise 418. But I feel like, Instagram is it. So that's a little ad and sponsorship on my end. Also, the music side on YouTube, subscribe MR Hush 476. You get to witness things like New Music Fridays, which is every week, Thursday night at midnight. So follow me there. Stay tuned there. If you notice, I'm missing my Voice of Reason Cup. So today is not a day of beverage. I'm just chucking this through and, getting through. Y'all disappoint me though, because, ain't nobody really was feeling the whole challenge of guessing what was in the cup. It's going to come back. Don't think I gave up on it totally. It's just that, y'all wasn't really receiving that well. And that's cool. That's fine. I know it's hard to guess what a prestigious alpha male drinks during his podcast. Anyway, let's jump back in, shall we? I don't care. Will Smith has been through a lot. We can say that in fairness, the whole Jada, Chris Rock, all of the animated fuck shit that's gone down. It kind of took a toll. It took a beating. It's a little tarnishing for the legacy. But I say that to say, I got to give a round of applause to Emancipation. This is this film that just released. Check that out. Somehow, some way. You could jailbreak your Fire Stick or however you need to know. Soaptoday.to. I just gave you the cheat code. So, don't get a cheat code? I think when you type it in, though, it's still options. You got to actually know to get it. It don't just pop up right there. Damn, too bad I don't edit it out. You ought to shut down. Disregard. Go through your Fire Stick. Go through Punisher TV. But there's a network that it's on, though, that they sponsored Emancipation. So once you try to Google and find it, there's a network that sponsors it. So just go through that. It's not Netflix, I know that. So, anyway, what a movie. It's based during the time of slavery. Abraham Lincoln is preparing to write the Emancipation Proclamation that frees all blacks. But this is a little bit prior to the finalization of that. So, Will and his family, what's his name in the movie? Peter? Yeah, Peter and his family, descendants of Haiti, living in Louisiana. It's just trying to, make a way, you know what I'm saying? But they caught up in the propaganda of all of this. So I don't want to give the movie. I'm just saying it's a family from Haiti in Louisiana.
And he's fighting back to his family. He was sold. He was already on a plantation, him and his family. The owner of the plantation had to force his hand because he was sold. So Peter was sold, went to somewhere else to build a railroad, and he said he was going to get back to his family. So he had to go through everything to get back to his family. Period.
I think at some point they had him building railroads in Clinton. That's when he got news of Lincoln and, their chance of freedom if he could just make it to Baton Rouge. Baton. Yeah, it is Baton, which is the capital of Louisiana. So he had to go through the swamp. They said 5 days, blood clot. On foot. Blood clot. Yo, listen, how many of y'all are built? A day in the swamp is crazy. 5 days? Shit. That's some agility. No, I mean, if you have the motivation of such importance, you'll make it. I'm just saying, when you listen in hindsight, 5 days is crazy. So, look, anyway, that's it. You go, you look at it for yourself. I co-sign, great performance. Let's, ignore the rhetoric and ignore all of his personal shit and just give him his flowers for another good performance. So I'm off that. We're flying. Derrick Jaxn, remember that clown? So he announces his divorce a year and a half after the cheating. Mr. Dating coach, the one that was giving you all the pointers of how to survive a relationship, found out he was doing his. Now, by no means this is me not kicking, because whoever knows me for more than a decade can say, "Hush, just because you've been clean a little second, don't mean you could talk shit about niggas." That's fine. That's cool. That's fine. But I wasn't no dating coach out here fronting like holier than thou. Anyway, their divorces have been announced, year and a half. Even though I'm joking and I'm throwing jabs at all, these two people, I hope they can just part amicably and, it doesn't get any messy or any more. We don't need to hear any more about it. Hopefully he can learn from his mistakes. Maybe he's already learned. Maybe he's changed and they just realize it's just not going to work. She can't get past it or whatever the situation is. So I'm just going to, still say, hope for the best with that. And maybe they could, still communicate. I don't know if they had kids together. They do? All right, this is what Google's for. Let's get exact on that. Derrick Jaxn's kids. No. Come on. Like the damn video. Subscribe to the channel. Voice of Reason NF. Thank you. He has 2 kids. I'm trying to get the kids exact. Maybe they don't want that known. Just know that there's 2 kids. Yeah, they acting funky. So 2 kids, they have to, still co-parent. I don't have the ages. Yeah, that's why I said I hope they can, resolve this peacefully, because they still got to raise those kids. I don't want the system involved, even though it probably will be. I don't know his network. I don't think it's that serious. If she just don't feel he's responsible, she might take him just based off. But I don't see how any financial gain is there. I mean, I don't know. Did he make any fucking money? He had to make money doing that. It sounded good for a while. His little coaching and videos is working for a minute. I ain't gonna hold you. They don't really have his network here. I guess it's not good enough. You know how Google and Safari and all that do. If they don't put it, that means it ain't high enough. Oh, here you go. It's fair to say that he's worth $1 or $2 and has a fortune of around 1.5 mil. I'm gonna have to question that. But he has made money mainly through YouTube advertisements. He has just under 750K followers. He can earn up to 134.5K each year. So they have him at 1.5. Networks sometimes is capped. But let's see. So if that's true, he may get got in this divorce. But nonetheless, I'm off of that. I have another way to reach me. I was being selfish. This is sporadic. So I gave you the YouTube, like, subscribe. I gave you the Instagram, follow, DM. Give me topics. The point is, I have no topics, guys. 2 episodes in a row, everybody's on a brain fart or brain freeze. Some of these topics that I do come up with is me. And this is my platform. I should have one. But I would love to unpack ideas, topics, suggestions you have. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the email to email me also, howustophim35@gmail.com. From my spelling impaired, HOWUSTOPHIMST. Wait, I fucked up. HOW. That's too many words. Pardon. HOWUSTOPHIM35@gmail.com. Another thing, timestamps. Shout out timestamps. This is a good game I'm giving you here, all my podcasters. You go in your comments, description, should I say. You go in descriptions. You put the word timestamps. Next line, 0:00 intro. What's the hyphen? hyphen intro. Then you can put all parts of your pod, the details of what's going on at that part of the show. So people can scroll if they're looking for a certain part they want to listen to and not be just scrolling back and forth trying to find if there's some part that was significant that they want to hear. Timestamps. That's the cheat code. So I say that to say, anytime I'm here and I might have made a mistake or made a false statement, in the comments, in the description, I can redeem. Case in point, last episode, I said the definition of simp, what simp was. That was incorrect. But if you go through the description and you scroll, I redeem. So let's just clear the air for that. Simp is, and I still forget. Wow. But I have the thing to Google it. Oh, okay. Simp is suckers idolizing over mediocre pussy. That's what simp stands for. Got you. So anyway, anytime you're watching a segment, any podcast, it should have the timestamps so you can go to a specific part or you know what's coming up next. So that really saves a lot, especially for us guys who's doing their pods off the fly. Like some of us, we gather, a general basis of how we're going to discuss what we discuss and that climate, right? But a lot of it is on the fly. A lot of it is improv off the subject matter. So now when we go to upload, edit, etc., we can add that feature so people can see what the conversation is as you're speaking it. So again, timestamps. You must start with 0:00 intro. Then you can use any timestamp, 4 seconds, 8 seconds, semicolon, and what you're talking about. It's very convenient for you and your viewers. You're welcome for that. Last one. We're already over with it. Do unfaithful women carry guilt like men? Do they question their partner randomly? That's out of the roof. I don't know. So, let me get this straight. So when men do dirt or creeping around, that may draw some insecurity to watch their partner and say, I wonder what's going on over there because, I'm doing this, they doing that maybe, especially if they're on to me. I don't know. So this is flipped. So the guy is faithful, allegedly. The guy's faithful and his woman is creeping around. Do you feel she carries guilt? Absolutely. Will she question and make shit hot? I don't think so. I think that they're built in a way that it's unmatched. I mean, it's very hard to find that out to begin with because of how calculated they are, unless you're just one of those guys. Because you know how you're going to look, right? You can't turn into Cagney and Lacey. And what's the other one? You can't do this like huge investigation. You're going to be looked at as insecure. You're going to be looked at as that's like female behavior. A guy's supposed to be in his masculine frame, confident, and you really can't control what goes on. But I found this interesting because it's like, how reckless is, I would say she'd have to be very reckless to start to draw guilt to show it. If she has one little rendezvous or, she not like fucking numerous, I think that would draw guilt maybe. And I think that they're able to hold that down, honestly. Like, that's a dangerous area to even touch on. You might as well just go about your day. Because unless they rookie status at it, or the guys, I think the guys can get this all messy, the guys they're dealing with. That's why I think it matters how many people. If they're recklessly Tom, Dick, Harry, John, somebody's gonna make it hot. If you have just Tom has something to lose, Tom has a house and home or whatever, and y'all just engage and go about your business, That's why this whole game's twisted in this whole shit period, because I feel like women are afforded to get away scot-free based on the guy's behavior of this all. Because what really happens when something's found out? Unless the person is sloppy, careless, reckless. But if they're not, it's the other person, that third person, that makes it hot. Because if the guy could say, you know, I got stuff to lose, I got my shit over here, this is just a little extracurricular, have a little fun, go back. I don't want her to lose her shit because I can't give her nothing really. I'm all tied up over here. So I want her shit to be peace, trust me. Vice versa, God does him. Shorty, if she starts to have any feelings or really like get into you, which is what drew the whole shit to begin with, because these females is fucking crazy that they know a nigga got up somebody, and that's what attracted the whole shit to begin with, most likely, unless he lied about that aspect. And so they just on some come up shit, like he's better than anything I got going on right now, whether that's a mental, physical, financial thing, and I want that. So I'm gonna behave right now at first to show him I know how to contain my psycho. But eventually, if you keep dibbling and dabbing and time's going on and you're getting more relationshipy, that's when, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's your man now, but that's our man, and all that other messy shit start happening. But I feel like, again, that's on the guy's side. That's why it's more dangerous for him. Because what's the chance of a chick dealing with a guy on the side that he's gonna just explode and blow the shit up, unless she really, she was scraping the pot, bro. If you scrape the pot and give a known, like the bottom nigga a come up, yeah, he may get real feminine quick. But if she's picking, you know, selecting around the average or the, you know, even better than, if she levels up in the choice, she may get in her feelings more first than he would, because again, if she's basing it on status or money or whatever, he got shit going on. He ain't got time to be coming over here and saying, yo, I was with your girl, I was with your wife. Like, come on, how old are you? What age range is this? So, I don't think they would make it hot though. I don't think that they would carry guilt like that. They're doing it for, to them, a reason that's legitimate. Something's missing, there's something empty, they're not being fulfilled. And it's usually going to get blamed that it started from the guy doing some fuck shit first, or just not on his, you know what I mean? Not on his game like he should be. So it's always defended in that sense. So I feel like even if they tell themselves that, if that's not all the way true, it still is good enough to make them not feel guilty. So I don't think that happens. I think that guilt, and not even guilt, I think that when women question their men randomly or period at all, it's something that the man did or something that the man didn't do that drew that. I don't think it has anything to do with her actions. Very rarely I'm going to say that it's something she's doing that made her feel guilty to go question him. I think if he's getting questioned, it's definitely something he probably did or is not doing. Or his behavior has changed, or just something's not adding up on his end, for the most part. Now, granted, I do feel women do them. This is not to say that they don't. I just feel like it doesn't tie in with this example. So women can be out there reckless and all and just be doing them. And I think that this has no part in that. So I'm not going to just let them off the hook to say that this is impossible. I just don't see it likely, because they do them for a different reason and it doesn't tie in with this at all. And sorry, fellas, you're really not going to find out easily. Most likely you're not going to find out at all unless you really do some snooping around and become in your feminine frame, because that's what they call that when you on shit too much and you start to really look or want to see the phone and let me see your last text and all of that. So for all of that, you know, your intuition and gut, you probably should just walk away if you can. But I know that's easier said than done. But in any event, this doesn't tie with it. And that's my final thought on that. And till the next time, I'm getting up out of here. Like, subscribe, comment the channel, Voice of Reason NF. That's it, simple. Give me a like right now. The button is right here, right here. So until the next time, peace, stay safe.